The Lord of the Rings books are some of the most detailed and complex works of literature. With hundreds of characters, places, and events, it can be hard to remember all the little details that make Tolkien's works so beloved. Here are 7 things that you might not have known about Middle-earth. Number 1. Elrond and Galadriel are related. Elrond, the wise lord of Rivendell, and Galadriel, the lady of Lorien, share a distant ancestor, that being Finwë. Finwë was the first High King of the Noldor Elves during the Years of the Trees, before the sun and moon first arose. Elrond and Galadriel are Finwë's descendants, but not through the same lineage. In the case of Elrond, he is a descendant of Fingolfin, one of Finwë's 3 sons. The granddaughter of Fingolfin was Idril, who married the man Tuor. Their son was Earendil, who was the father of Elrond. In Galadriel's case, she is the daughter of Finarfin, the younger brother of Fingolfin, making her Finwë's granddaughter. So yeah, Galadriel is with 3 generations older than Elrond. What's even cooler about this is that Elrond ends up marrying Galadriel's daughter, Celebrian. Number 2. The Nazgûl have no rings. The Nazgûl are the 9 men who accepted Sauron's rings and became wraiths. As such, it would be expected that they would wear their rings. However, that's not true. After his return to power in the Third Age, Sauron actually took the rings from the Nazgûl to help him regain his body. It's unclear if he wore them or kept them in a vault, but either way they would have been destroyed when Barad-dûr collapsed. Number 3. Gollum is over 500 years old. Yes, this wretched creature is older than all other mortal characters in the story. Born before 2463 and dying in 3090, Gollum lived so long because of the One Ring, which he possessed for much of his life. Fun fact, the Kingdom of Rohan was founded in 2510, 100 years after Gollum found the One Ring. So Gollum is older than an entire nation. Really changes the way you look at him. This leads us to number 4. There is more than one Palantíri in the story. If you've only watched the movies, you might assume that Saruman's Palantir was the only one in Middle-earth. This is incorrect. In the beginning there were no less than 7 Palantiris, but at the time of the main story, 3 have been lost, 1 was guarded by the elves, 1 was in Isengard, 1 was captured by Sauron, and the last one was in Minas Tirith. Denethor used the stone from Minas Tirith to spy on the enemies of Gondor. When Sauron discovered this, he attempted to link his Palantir with Denethor's. Through his will, Denethor was able to resist, but over time this took a great toll on him and eventually led to his despair and death. This subplot appears only in the books and was unfortunately cut from the movies. Number 5. Rhûn and Harad are very big. Rhûn and Harad are the elven names for the east and south, the homes of the Easterlings and Haradrim. Looking at a map of Middle-earth, the 2 lands don't seem to be that large. However, Middle-earth is only the northwesternmost of the world of Arda. If we search on a map of Arda, we can see that Rhûn and especially Harad are gigantic. Neither of the 2 lands were fully united, being home to many different peoples. This explains why the men of the east and south would often outnumber those from the west. For example, at the Battle of Pelennor Fields, the Haradrim outnumbered the Rohirrim 3 to 1. And this was only a part of Harad's strength, only those men that serve Sauron. There are also the Easterlings and Haradrim who oppose him. Number 6. Gandalf's wizard head is blue. There's just nothing to comment about this fact, so we'll just move to the next one. And number 7. Tolkien did not intend The Lord of the Rings to be published as a trilogy. Now, the story of The Lord of the Rings has been divided in 3 books: The Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, and Return of the King. However, this was not Tolkien's original plan. He wanted the full story, from beginning to end, to be published in one huge book. simply entitled The Lord of the Rings. Unfortunately, or fortunately, he had to change his marketing strategy. Back then, paper was extremely expensive, and his publishers understood that the sheer length of such a book would discourage many readers. As such, Tolkien came up with a solution that would please everyone. That being, dividing his story into the three books that we all know and love. This was the video. I hope everyone enjoyed it and found something new and interesting. Please comment down below how many of these 7 facts you actually knew, or if you knew all of them or none of them.